information system. So we'll start with the first module. First module, there are a few things that we will be covering. So these are essentially the contents of this first module. So all the points which I have listed out, they will entirely cover the first module. So in today's class, we will have an introduction to something called as a system. So system concept, the structure of a system, what are the different elements of a system or components of a system. Then we'll move on to information system, what are the different roles, types of information system, and then we'll move on to the subject, which is your management information system. So in your first module, essentially it is the introduction to the management information system. So we will take up each of these individually and try to understand. Most of you already know, but I'll just reiterate the fact about the concept. So the first one talks about the concept of a system. So can anyone tell me any idea what is a system or why it is used? As of now, do not think from a point of view of information technology as such. Just, I mean, what does the system mean, or what does any system mean?
So planning, rules, regulation.
See, planning is one of the functions, we can say. All right. So in an organization, planning is one of the function. No, we are not talking. So do not think from a point of view of introduction to management, where you have the different functions of management, right? So you're talking about, I think, planning, organizing, staffing, all those stuff. Okay, so I'm just asking a very simple question as to what is a system. It could be any type of system. So, from your previous experience, from your previous knowledge, what a system is.
A
Organization of
group of
something.
a group of things that work together.
Komal, group of things which work together. All right. So, you're talking about an integrated function of different components. Then, Pratiksha.
Something that is structured and
Yes,
organized.
Okay, structured and organized. All right, Pratiksha.
yes, sir. So I was saying that system is a organization of something.
All right, organization of something. All right. So I mean, obviously, in the presentation here it says this system comes from a Greek word. It comes from a Greek word called as systema, which means organized relationship among functioning units. All right. So the same thing which you just told me, we can say that a system is a organized collection of different elements which work together in order to accomplish a specific task. Can we say that in simple terms?
Yes, sir.
The most important idea here, accomplish a given task or is to accomplish a given goal. So if you have a organized system or you have different elements which are integrated and which are organized, but it is not able to give you the output, it does not make any sense. All right. So all these elements have to come together in order to come to a particular output. So that is what a system is. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Very simple. I mean, we can you give me examples of few system which you look around?
the management system of an organization?
No, Pratiksha. I mean, just look around you. Just look around you wherever you are sitting, wherever you are. Can you find a simple system and tell me what do you see?
Sir, a telephone system.
Shubham, sorry.
A telephone system.
A telephone system, absolutely. If you, I'm not sure whether you are sitting in an AC room, but if you have a fan, is fan a system?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, a simple bulb is also a system. It has got different parts and it is there to give you a specific output. All right. So we can start with a very simple one and then we can move on to the complex system. All right, which obviously we'll go into. But if you look around, you will find so many systems are there in place. In fact, I'm not sure whether you're using a laptop or a phone. So if you're using a computer, then computer system, or if you're using a smartphone, that is also a system, is it not? Any other example of system? I mean, a little more complex kind of a system.
Engine.
All right, an automobile engine, an IC engine, internal combustion engine that you're talking about. Okay, that is a complicated system. All right. Anything else? Guys, can organization be a system?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
An organization can be a complex system. All right, I'm not asking you why, but I will ask you why do you say an organization is also a complex system. So let us first I mean definition, if you understand you can put in your own words, but I have just I mean put down a couple of the definitions. So here it says a system is a orderly grouping of independent components. So there are independent components, or we can say a subsystem. So subsystems are linked together according to a plan in order to achieve a specific objective. This is very, very important. If the system is unable to get to the objective, then it is not a system. If you have a system in place, then there has to be a specific output that is desired out of a system. All right. So that is the most important idea of having a system in place. So again, it says it is an integrated collection of components which satisfy function necessary to achieve the system goal and the relationship between them. So these are different definition. I think there is one more definition. Yeah, organized collection of different parts, which is again subsystem, which are highly integrated in order to accomplish the overall goal. This is very, very important. And the system has to be effective and efficient. If it is effective and efficient, that is fantastic. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between effectiveness and efficiency of a system? Guys, so a system, as we can say, it consists of different elements, or those can be called as subcomponents. So those subcomponents come together in an integrated manner in order to accomplish a specific task. All right, and they have to be effective and efficient. Right. So what is this effectiveness and efficiency? What is the difference? Anyone? Difference between effectiveness and efficiency? We can say the right. Let me. Salsa, effective means completing the task in time. All right. And efficient means completing the task in the right manner. What is that right manner?
So it means uh, mm, cost is less and resources used in proper ways.
Okay, so I am assuming that you're talking about the resources, and the resources has to be used in an optimized manner. If you do
Yes,
that,
sir.
then you're
Yes.
efficient. Is it
Yes, sir.
what you're suggesting? Okay, all right,
Yes.
good, good. Anyone else?
Minimum resources.
Sir, being if
Sorry, Shubham. Let Somishi complete. Yeah.
So with minimum resources,
Okay, with minimum resources, then that is what?
completion of work with minimum resources.
So that is effectiveness or efficiency.
Efficiency.
And what is effectiveness?
Effectiveness means completion of work with a given period of time.
In the given period of time, in the sense, then time is also a resource. Then obviously, then you're completing. Okay, all right. You're correct. Absolutely correct. Shubham?
yes, sir, being effective means we hope to achieve a goal and we achieve a goal. There is no like we don't have to uh, take any factors into consideration, and being efficient means we have to do it in a proper way and in a given period of time, and we have to make the best use of it.
Correct, guys. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, you guys are the first one to give this answer absolutely correctly. I mean, I've asked this. I don't know, so many batches, but they were not. So, guys, understand. Effectiveness of a system means if it achieves the goal, that is effective. All right, as Shubham told, you don't have to take any other factor into consideration. So if the system is there and if it is completing the task, that means that system is effective. Full stop. Nothing else. All right. But when efficiency comes into picture, then you look into the resources. So if you obviously you cannot minimize, all right. So you always optimize. So if you're using those resources in an optimum manner, then you are efficient. Is it clear, guys, to all of you? The idea of effectiveness and efficiency
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
to all of you. So essentially, what happens? You try, or we can say this is one of the characteristics of a system. These two has to be there. So if you are not able to complete the task, then there is no point having that system in place. All right, let us say the fan is there and it is rotating, but it is not giving you any kind of wind or the amount of air that you want. So it is not effective. So it is not completing the goal. So essentially, what happens as a professional, whenever we design a system or we take a system, we see that whether it is able to accomplish that goal or not. And obviously, once it is able to accomplish, then we see that okay, whether it is efficient or not, how optimally it can use the resources and complete the task. So those are, we can say, two of the characteristics of the system. I think I have made myself clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We were discussing about few of the examples which you have already told, so let us see what I have put. Okay, a computer system, educational system, organization as a system, as we discussed. Automobile, one of you told as automobile in the sense the we can say the internal combustion engine or in the entire transmission system. Fan, okay, political system, accounting system. So there are a lot of systems which are there in place in order to complete different types of tasks. So these are few of the examples. Now let us come to a point of an organization. Now I mean, one of you told me that organization can be termed as a system. Why do you think that organization can be termed as a system?
Sir, because the individual or the independent components are marketing, sales, the labor, and all the efforts. There are a lot of things put together to make an organization.
Different functional areas are there, such as marketing, production, HR, finance, IT, logistics, which come together in order to complete a specific goal. Is it, Shubha?
Yes, sir.
And what is that goal?
To make profit and to put the company in a good position.
No. Is profit the goal, or I mean the output or the products or services is the goal?
So in the end, every product is sold to me. So, so the aim is to gain profit.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Correct. But let us say the organization is there. What would be the ultimate, the task of an organization, of a goal of an organization? Yes, definitely. At the end of the day, all of this is done in order to make profit. I mean, that is the understatement we can say. We don't have to tell that. Everything what we do at this point of time is to make profit, either at an individual level or at an organizational level. But yes, organization, you say that because there are a lot of sub-component. You talked about functional component, but there are other components also which work together in order to accomplish the task. All right, anyone else? Guys, my point is how we can identify. If you're looking at something, can you identify whether that is a system or a subsystem or only an individual component? How you can identify? How did you come to the conclusion that then organization is a system, a fan is a system, all right, or maybe the automobile is a system, for example? Let me see. All right, okay, the automobile system. Guys, can you see all of this?
Yes, sir.
So there are two system here. I mean, in this entire picture, if you see, one is a rear wheel drive, one is a front wheel drive. In India, generally, all the automobiles what we have, the low end cars, they are all front wheel drive. But all the high end car, they are generally either all wheel drive or rear wheel drive. So here you can see there are a lot of sub components which are there, right? And all of them are integrated together, and each of these subcomponent have a very very specific task. All right, so each of them, when they do their particular task, when they are combined together, then you get the output. So what is the output that you get here, guys? In case of this automobile system or the picture which you see, what is the output that I'm looking at? uh Anyone else?
So power.
Is power the output? What is the, once I have all the system in place, what is the ultimate aim of having all these in place? Only the picture, from the picture, what do you think?
All
Power,
wheel drive.
all wheel drive? No, no, no. The output here, guys, anyone? Can you guess? Tell.
A complete vehicle.
Sorry, Ashish, complete?
Vehicle or a car.
No, complete vehicle. You have to make the no, just looking at this picture. Just looking at this picture. For example, in this picture we have this engine. All right, engine is connected to the drive shaft. Drive shaft is connected to the axle shaft, which is connected to the wheels. Right. So we can say this is a system in place. Now, once the system runs, what is the output that we get?
Travel
Car
from one
movement.
place to another.
One place to another is movement. What I'm looking at is the output is the rotating of the wheels. Is it not?
Yes.
Once the rotation of the wheels take place, then you get the power, then you have the acceleration, then you move from one place to another. But here, this particular system, I am looking as how we can rotate the wheels in the forward direction or in the backward direction, whatever it is. So that is the output. So now you told me that this is a system, or we can say this is a system. Now how do you know that this is a system? That is my question. Or how you can identify just by looking that whether a particular, maybe anything, so let us say this one. So how do you consider that this is a system?
So they're connected to each other.
There is interconnectivity. That means there is some kind of interdependence. Okay, so we can say, and above that we can say that there are different elements or different subcomponents which are present. That is how you tell it is a system, is it not, guys?
Yes, sir.
Say let us say I only show a particular wheel or a tire to you. A tire is not a system, but a tire is a part of a system. It is only one of the element. But if I only show you the tire is only one element. It is not the entire system. Got the point? But this picture which I am showing you here, there are a lot of subcomponents. There's an engine component, there's a drive shaft, there's axle, there are springs, there are wheels. So there are a lot of elements which are there, which are integrated together in order to have a specific output. And that is how you know that this is a system. So can anyone tell me what would be the different components? So these are few of the characteristics already we have discussed. So if you have a system in place, then the idea is it has to be in a organized manner. So order has to be there, interaction has to be there has to be interdependence. So different subcomponent will be interdependent on each other. They are integrated together so that they can achieve a certain objective. So these are few of the characteristics of a system. Now can you tell me what will be the generic components or elements of a system? Guys, have you heard about the educational system? They say educational system. Now why it is called as an educational system?
Because they impart knowledge.
All right, so imparting knowledge is which part exactly? Guys, let us take for example a very simple system. Let us say the fan which you have in your home. All right, what are the different components that you have? And I'm not talking about a very specific component, I'm talking about generic component. Generic component means that would be there in all the systems, and you can say just by looking at, okay, this is a system because it has got these parts. So what are those elements? Okay, yes. So I mean, obviously, I mean, you have the blades, you have the coil, you have the motor, you have the, what should I say, the capacitor. So those are the different elements, right? But that is what is specific to a fan. But I am asking you a very generic question to tell me that
Wire.
sorry, sir, once again.
So wire.
Yes, wires are there, all those are there. All right, and obviously then I can say that obviously electricity is the input, then you have the processing, and then you have the output. Now I am asking you a very simple structure of a system. In your view, what do you think will be a very generic system structure? All of you know this. I'm asking about a model which you can fit into and say that, okay sir, this is a system. Can this be a system? Can this be a generic structure of a system? Guys, can these be the generic element of a system?
Yes, sir.
You can take any example of a system, you will find these elements are there. So what are the elements that are there in a system? We definitely have an input element, we have a processing element, we have an output element, and we have a feedback and control. So those are few of the elements which are there or which are a part of any system. You take for example any system that we have discussed till now, it would have all these elements. All right, now let us say for example the fan that we were talking about. Now can you correlate the fan and this generic structure and tell me, in a fan system, what will be the input, what will be the processing, what will be the output, and what will be the feedback and control? The regulator.
The speed.
Okay, now guys, don't get confused with control and feedback. They're almost the same. I mean, whatever you told is mostly correct. So input here would be definitely your electricity, right? So we provide in the electricity. The processing part of a fan is a complex one where you have the coil, you have the motor, you have the capacitor. So all these things are there. Blades are also there. So output here would be the wind that comes out of the fan once your blade starts to rotate. So that is the output, is it not? So output is what we are looking at from a system. It should have a desired output. All right, now here you can say the control can be the regulator, which will control the speed of the blade, right? And here feedback could be anything, maybe for example, how would I tell? So feedback and control are almost the same thing, right? So you can provide feedback. So feedback is essentially the exchange of information between all these elements which are there. All right, for example, let us say the educational system. So in the educational system, what will be the input, process, and output? Guys, in an educational system, what do you think would be the input, the processing, and the output?
Input can be the knowledge that is given by the professors, the universities, and the colleges or the schools. And processing element could be how the student get the information that is being imparted by the universities, and output could be the result of the student.
uh, all right, Pratiksha. Now, whatever we are doing at this point of time, this online teaching, all the examination, this is a part of which subsystem? Input, process, or output?
Input.
It's a part of input.
Okay, and what would be the processing then?
Whatever we are gaining and learning.
You're learning.
The results.
Results would be the output, is it not, guys? Try to understand here, guys. Here the input essentially will be all the facilities which you have All right, all the human resource you have, all the students which are there, they are generally the input. Please try to understand. All right, and the processing is done in your 3 years or 4 years, for how many days you are there in the college. All right, so all the attending of classes, attending of seminar, conducting of examination, a part of processing, is it not? And at the end you get the result, and the result can be in various forms. It could be in the form of marks, it could be in the form of placements. All right, or you can say that you can again prepare for other examinations, so that can be there. Is it clear, guys, to all of you?
Sir, and what is the control and feedback in this case?
Yes, sir.
Yes, guys, so yeah, another important part would be the control and feedback, right? So you tell me. All right, I don't know whether this has happened to you or not, but at the end of every semester, what happens? There is a feedback that is given to you guys. Do you fill up a feedback form? Have you done that in this college? I don't think
Yes,
so.
sir.
Yes, sir.
You have. Oh, okay, I don't know how you have done it. Maybe online you would have done. So can that be a part of feedback?
Yes, sir.
Please understand, I mean, you can either give a good feedback or a bad feedback to the faculty depending on how he has taken the class for your entire semester. Now please understand, there is always scope of improvement for the faculties, for the facilities and everything, is it not? So once that feedback is taken into consideration, all those improvements are done. Can it Do you understand what can be done?
Yes, sir.
Maybe the faculty, I mean, he's taking the class for the very first time and he has missed out on some of the points, or he has not covered maybe something, so that particular feedback is communicated back to the faculty, so the next time around he will make sure that he will cover up all those points, and hence the entire system will get improved. So that we can say that that could be a feedback or a control that can be there. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Here, yes, anyone?
Excuse me, sir.
Go on.
In the previous slide, there was a term called, sir, can you, the boundaries and interfaces, what are that?
Yes, we will discuss about the boundaries and the environment. Uh, Try to understand, every system has to work within a certain limit or a boundary. Okay, you cannot go beyond the boundary or the environment. You have to work in a certain environment. Now here what happens is, for example, a particular system will work well if you put it within a certain boundary. Let us say, for example, the fan will work best if you put that inside a room. It will give you the desired output. What will happen if you place a fan outside, or in a field, or outside the room, or outside your house? Guys, try to understand. All right, what I'm trying to suggest here, in case of the fan, the boundary would be your room. If it is within the room, then it will be able to give you the desired output. All right, but the same fan, if you place it outside, it will still work, it will still rotate, but I mean there's no point having it outside. Okay, because already you have the wind outside, and it will not make any sense. So if you are putting it outside the room, then you are crossing the boundary. So that is where the boundary comes into picture. So you have to make sure that everything is in a certain boundary. That is how the system works. So it is not that the system will work anywhere in any condition. No. So you have to fix up a boundary within which it has to be there. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
In case of an organization also, we can see that these are, we can say, I mean, we have the input, we have the raw material, the human resource, the capital or the money that is there. They come as input, and all the employees activity, all the management activities, the technologies that are there, the operations which are there that happen, that forms the processing part, or the transformation takes place. And the output is obviously different products and services, new information, financial result, again improved human resources. Those are generally the output. All right. And then the feedback, any kind of feedback means any kind of communication that can be done in order to improve these input or improve these transformation process. Obviously what happens whenever you are doing a work in a particular method, there is always a way to improve it. So that can be done only when you get the feedback. So once the feedback is there, then you know that okay, you are doing a particular work which can be done in a better way. So that is what a feedback is. And obviously as an organization, you work within an society, so that society becomes your environment. So from where you get the input and you provide it to the environment, the output goes to the environment. Okay, so that is how we can say that an organization is a system. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the next part discusses about the different components of a system, which is input, processor, output, feedback and control, environment, and boundaries. All right. So what we'll do is we'll stop here and we will continue this in the next class, the discussion about each of the individual subcomponent of a system. All right. So is it clear, guys, the idea or the concept of a system?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll not send the PPT today, but once we complete this module or this particular portion, then I'll send the PPT to you. I think in the next class, we will be able to cover all the different components that would be there. All right, so I've already,
Excuse me, sir.
yes.
Sir, which book are you following right now? Means through which you are presenting the notes, like now you presented components of system organization. So actually, I was asking because I want to download the PDF of the book which you are following.
You don't have to do that. I will send it. All right. So
Okay, sir.
right, I'll send the PDF of MIS book. I'll do that. Don't worry. As such,
Okay, sir.
I don't follow a particular book. There are, I mean, there are a lot of internet sources which I use. So again, I don't follow all of them. But at the end of the PPT, I will give you the references or the link to all the websites which I have referred. All right. But still, I will upload the MIS ebook which I have in the group. All right. And at the end of the PPT, I will give you the list of all the references also, which you can refer. So there's no specific book or a specific website which I follow. There are a lot of websites which I follow. I mean, which one is good? I get the stuff from there. All right.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So I think we'll wind up and we'll meet in the next class and we'll complete it. All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Have a
Thank you,
good day,
sir.
guys. Bye, guys. Bye.